Celine, are you there?
Hey, yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out, okay, so you said, do they do your outreach for you? I don't know if I
Mm-mm.
asked you that yesterday.
Oh no, you do your own outreach, but they do LinkedIn outreach for you. Or that's what I understood. But I still don't have my LinkedIn account.
Okay, that's what I was wondering, because James was like, they do your outreach for you. I was like, doesn't seem that way.
No, for LinkedIn they do it for you. Or that at
Oh,
least that's what I was told, but I'm not sure.
okay. When did you
Mm.
start?
With them?
Yeah,
Exactly like a month ago.
okay. So it's
Yeah.
been going well.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think it's worth the money? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I mean, I so far everything's been good. Like
Mm.
I do really recommend that you go to more than one call a day, like one with Ernest and then one with Ismael, because they're both, you know, you learn different things from each of them. It's not like they go through the same thing.
Okay, I
Did
got
you
you.
go to Ishmael's call today?
No, my schedule's kind of tight with school and everything.
Oh
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know if I'd be able to do two. When is his? In the mornings?
So I actually don't know in your time, but they are, yeah, pretty much. Wait, you said South Carolina or North?
Yeah, so it's like
Oh.
3 hours behind you. Oh wait, no, that'll be ahead, I think.
Yeah, you guys are ahead.
Yeah.
It'd be at like one for your time, I
Okay.
think. That's when the first call is. Like that's his first call. And then he does three, and then Ernest does four. Or at least
Oh.
that's what I kind of.
Yeah, I
Because I
might
tried
try to.
different times.
Go ahead.
No, I said I was gonna. I tried different times, you know,
Okay.
until I found the one that works for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try the one then maybe. So wait, how much is it? Did you ever like James said like some I don't even remember what he was saying, but like and then Ishmael was like 8,000. James was like 5. I was like, how much even is this?
It's different for each one, I'm pretty sure.
Hmm, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Because yours was eight?
I mean, that's what Ishmael said. Well, he said 8 to 10. I'm like, bro, that's a lot. So I don't know. But he was like, we could do revenue share. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. I think they work with you. I feel like it depends on what you tell them.
Right. Fair enough.
Yeah, I think this is supposed to be Ernest's call, but sometimes they just don't show up.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Well, guess we'll see.
How long have you been doing your or working on your agency for?
So I started I think like it would be like 7 months ago, and then I started doing social media. So like I got a few social media clients, and that was good, but you can't charge that much. So then I was like,
Mhm.
ads would be better because I was charging like 300 a month. And then I was like, I need to go and like focus on ads. But it's like a lot it takes a lot reaching out to people, and I don't have that much time
Definitely.
every day. Huh?
I said definitely.
Yeah, yeah. So outreach has been my biggest problem with ads. So it's
What
like,
do
yeah,
you what do you do for outreach?
Instagram DMs, because like I got a free trial client for the Facebook ads, but she was
Mhm.
bad because she was a free trial client. So then I was like
Yeah.
back to the drawing board, yeah. So, but I got that through DMs, so I was like, might as well keep doing DMs. But
How many DMs do you do usually?
Per day, like 20. So I honestly
Mm,
don't reach out enough probably. But
probably. Because I
yeah,
honestly have never
well,
tried social media. Here he
huh?
is. I've never tried social media DM. I've only
Uh,
done email outreach and now I'm like trying to do cold calling.
right, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So good that you're guys socializing. I'm so happy.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Good.
Please, camera on. Celine Nance. It's a free teddy bear. A white, and a beige one. Can we put the beige one in the middle?
Why? Christopher's in the middle.
No, because then it looks like symmetrical because you have white, beige, white.
But no, here. But these two look like each other. They're twins. And then the one in the middle is different.
Hello.
Hello, Fatum. Okay, so Fatum looks like he escaped to an I don't know. He looks like so. Okay, let me walk you through your guys' backgrounds. Nance looks like she's still in Christmas season. Celine just
Christmas?
escaped. Yeah, do you see those lights? I'm pretty
No.
confident in saying she lights them on. They have colors. Christmas. And this, oh no, these are books. I was thinking these are presents.
No, yeah.
Shit. Well, Christmas learning season. Celine, you look like, what was the name of this Disney movie? Oh, fuck. There was this
The three
small girl.
bears?
Yeah, there's this small
It's like
girl that,
Goldilocks or something.
yeah,
Yeah, she goes by
exactly.
Goldie.
Exactly. And she had three bears, Mama bear, Papa bear, and I think baby. And you currently have three bears in the background. You have Mama bear, Papa bear, and baby. And Fatlum, I don't know. He's in a closet, I guess.
It's a basement. It's an upper basement. I don't know how to call them. Basement on the top, you know?
Basement on the top.
Dachboden. I don't know how to say it.
Oh, you mean how do you call this in English?
Attic?
Yeah, attic.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, attic.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Okay, so Nance, did you went through your presentation?
Yes.
Do you have a better understanding of it?
Yeah. I'm kind of confused on the whole thing though. Like, so okay, for appointment setting, so
Yep.
you're not running the ads. You're working with marketing agencies and calling the leads they bring in? Or like how is it how did I don't understand how it works.
Do you mean the service you are providing?
Yeah.
Okay. In your case, the service you're providing is, let's say you work with Celine. Celine is running a real estate marketing agency. She needs to speak to more realtors. So what
Yeah.
you're gonna do is, for example, charge her, let's say her budget is 3,500. You're gonna sell her a package of 70 appointments. I'm just basing it based on the packages you have on your presentation as we explained it to you yesterday.
Hmm.
And what you're gonna do is either just hire a cold caller, or you're just simply gonna do LinkedIn or SMS outreach that you can also automate in order to book appointments into Celine calendar.
Okay.
And you can also qualify them by just simply hiring an ISA, which can be literally someone named Mohammed from Pakistan on the basis that he's gonna have a good accent. That is just simply gonna qualify them, asking them questions like, what are your current circumstances? Are you currently in need of more leads? Are you in a need of more qualified leads? What is your current budget? How soon would you want to start working with them? Stuff like that. Just simple qualification, just to be sure that those people are not gonna waste Celine's time.
Okay. Got it.
You don't touch ads or anything. You can, but then it just simply, again, the economics of scaling. You just simply need to calculate and see how much are you spending, for example, on SMS outreach, how much are you spending, for example, on cold calling outreach, and how much will it cost you to, for example, bring Celine ads from, leads from ads, as an example.
Okay.
On the basis that's why we're focusing ourselves on 5 niches with you. So you can just simply also figure out, let's say, if you're gonna have 10 people in real estate, then it's obviously gonna be easier for you to just figure it out what numbers or what outreach methods works best for real estate, also price-wise.
Right. Okay.
Cool. So we're just gonna test your presentation in a second. Celine, do you have anything you will want to discuss today? Okay. And Fatlum?
Yes, I have actually 2 points written here what I wanted to ask because I wasn't quite sure if I understood it right.
Well, then share your screen with
So
me. Was it
I
about
have
the
it here.
presentation?
No, there were like 2 points what I wrote down. So one of them is the student calendar. So my question was there, this template, what I've seen there, is it like a template what I can adapt immediately, or do I have just to try to adapt it in this way?
So it depends on your, okay, it depends on where you're currently at, and it also depends on your time availability. So whenever you have any specific questions, you can either come to the coaching session and ask them in the group session, or you can book a one-to-one either with myself or Ismael. However, currently, because of Ramadan, our times are very, like, everything is basically in the evening because of fasting. So it's a little bit more complicated. But fundamentally speaking, you can book the one-to-ones with me or himself or AJ and ask those questions in there. So it just simply depends. But then again, if you, for example, also gonna sign your first clients and then you have any specific questions about service delivery, it's also not necessarily something we need to do in a group session. You can also just schedule a one-to-one. So the example of the schedule that you have seen is something that you're gonna adapt to with time.
Okay,
So
all right.
what your focus currently should be is just start doing outreach, have the call with AJ in case you still did not have it. So he can also start doing outreach in your name. And then it's just basically attending the daily meetings in case you have any questions, and also so you can actually learn.
I got two calls yet with AJ, so we are now setting up LinkedIn, and yeah, tomorrow is the next one.
Okay, cool, wonderful. Then you also had questions about presentation, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, exactly, because 2 days ago you had the task to make face number 1 and 4, and now my question is, should I continue with the second one, the third one, or wait for the next group call?
What do you mean?
Share my screen. I think it's easier.
Yeah, sure. I like the fact that we literally went through presentation with Nance and Celine yesterday, and you come here with your presentation now.
So wait a minute. What do you mean by yesterday? Because I was like in a call yesterday. The one, or did I miss something?
No. Like there was just one call with Celine and Nance where I went through presentation. That's why I think it's ironic, but don't worry.
Oh, okay, sorry.
What questions do you have?
So now I did the.
You really need to stop apologizing.
Me?
Yes.
Okay.
Like even Celine smiled because I think this is the 5th time you apologized in a matter of 5 minutes since you were here, I guess. So yeah, what questions do you have?
All right, gonna scrap that. So, like you said me 2 days ago, I have to make number 1 and 4, and now those next pages, should I work them by myself, or is this like, should I also make a coach call to continue with the next pages?
I have literally told you what to do on slide number 3, 7, 9, and 11.
Did I miss something? Because I wrote down 1 and 4.
Good to know that you were not listening to me. I'm very happy to hear that. Nothing new. Celine also smiles because this is similar something to what she did. Okay, write yourself down what the homework is. the first thing is you need to change colors of the whole presentation so it's accordingly to the colors of your branding. As far as I see, your colors are yellow and black. So just change the whole with black. Tell me when you have written that down.
Yes, changing colors to my brandings, okay?
Then on the slide number 3, where you see the map that is showcasing geo-targeting, simply go to, let's say, ChatGPT and just say to it, create me a map of New York or Miami, Florida. I don't really care what, you can pick your location from USA, and create a map that showcases geo-targeting in colors black and yellow. So it's also accordingly to your branding.
Also, targeted has one T. Just FYI.
What the fuck?
What is it? Create a map. Create a map. So I have to ask ChatGPT create a map with those two colors. And then you said one specific word, right?
Again?
I'm writing it out like the create to ask ChatGPT create me a map with the color like black and yellow with geo-targeted brands, right?
Create a map of New York that showcases geo-targeting with colors black and yellow. See, Nancy, you had the benefit that Ismael has created your presentation.
Yeah.
You don't need to do that.
That shows. Okay, black and yellow. All right, create a map of New York, for example, that shows geo-targeting with the colors black and yellow. Okay, perfect. Wrote that down.
Are you drinking
So
Red Bull?
What?
Are you drinking Red Bull at this time?
No, I'm drinking a Pepsi.
Even worse. Well, okay. Yes, Fatlum?
So that's like the only part I have to do right now in this one, right?
No. You also need to make slide number 7, 9, and 11.
Okay. 7, 9, 11. Okay.
So in terms of slide number 7, super easy. Just go to Instagram. Fuck, you have deactivated your Instagram. Just create an Instagram so you can just
No, I
go.
reactivated again.
Okay, wonderful. Just reactivate your Instagram. Don't watch stupid TikToks. You only use it for work. So what I want you to do is find Instagram profiles of realtors and just look for static pictures that you can just screenshot and put in here that are going to be educational. Then videos, again, educational or just simply showcasing the house, where you can, again, just simply take a screenshot and put it in here. Then profile-wise on the right side, yeah, just let me know when you write it down. I know I speak.
Find Insta profile from realtors. Yes, and then 3 of them static, 3 of them video.
Yes.
Yes, got it.
Then for the phone on the right side, which is showcasing the Instagram, change the logo to just, for example, AI generated face of a realtor. Then change the icon of highlight if you want to just go to my Instagram so you can take inspiration what icons you should pull there. And for the post, just find like 6 good looking posts so you can actually put it in there. Celine, can you send me quickly link for your presentation so I can show him the example? Because I know that you are actually someone who was capable of finding it without asking me 4 times.
Okay.
And Nance, we're gonna role play you walking through the presentation, so prepare yourself. Because you know I'm finishing it with Fatlum, so then I can do the role play with you. By the way, Celine, you have still not fixed your presentation.
Which part?
Ad campaign, I told you that there are a lot of houses where
Oh, you're
you're
right. You're right.
facing the front yard instead of the house.
You're right. Oh,
I know
that's
I'm right. Thank you. Bathroom, can you see it?
Yeah, wrote it down. Everything.
This is another example how you can build it. This is everything that Celine has found on Instagram. Celine, you fixed it. Wait, how the fuck did you fix one thing I told you, but you have not fixed the other one?
What did you say I should fix?
This.
The ads?
Yes.
I forgot about that one. I fixed everything you told me to fix except that one.
This is my biography.
Oh
What have I
yeah,
told
I fixed that. I thought you meant like because I had 3.
you? Had 3 times this is my biography, but I
Now
told
I
you
only
you
have
need to have, for example, something like
an actual
special,
biography.
yeah, like specialized in
Got it. Got
helping
it. Yeah.
people find the properties for investment. If you're interested in buying, type in buy, or interested in selling, type in sell, something like that. Wait a second. Yes. Yes. Wonderful. This you have changed. Wonderful. Yeah. Then Fatlum,
Yes.
slide number 7. This is how you want to build it. So you have a CTA on Monday. CTA is, for example, if you're interested in maximizing your schedule, something like that, just type in strategy. Or for example, it's just simply, if you're interested in buying a house, DM me buy or buyer. Or if you're interested in selling a house, DM me seller. Then on Tuesday, you can simply just do so. Fuck. Did you realize that it's a Sunday there?
You can't see. It's fine.
You can see Sunday dinner.
It's okay. It's an example, so it doesn't really matter. Like,
On Tuesday,
imagine this is Tuesday.
yeah. Of course, again, please change it. Then on Tuesday, just normal lifestyle. Again, it can be just the realtor working somewhere else, or it can be just spending time with family, going to a boat, going to a football game, something like that. Then Wednesday, client testimonial. You can just find them in highlights of realtors. Then on Thursday, again, just normal lifestyle. And then on Friday, you can either do face-to-face invitations to just speak about, let's say, investments, or just open house invitation, because there's also something that most realtors do in USA. Let me know when you're done with writing it down so I can show you the last part of the homework.
Yeah. Yes, I have just to see where I am right now. So I wrote slide number 7, what I have to do. Now with the next slide to change the logo. With AI, for example, change the post pictures, find 3 Insta picture profile realtors, change those 3 statics and 3 videos. This was number 7, I guess.
No, that's number 4.
No, I mean like at the presentation, page number 7, with
This
those.
one?
Which
This is the exact same layout.
are you screening something? Because I can't see anything. I can only see us.
Okay, Patlum, click. Okay,
Now I can see it. Okay.
I like how you have not. So this is the one you currently meant, yes?
Yes, exactly. That's what I wrote down. Yes.
But I was now walking you through presentation slide number 7.
Okay.
So you want? Have I been speaking to myself then?
I was a little bit confused because on my presentation, number 7 is like the one with those 3 statics and 3 videos.
Yeah,
That's why
Ernest,
I'm
that's
little.
not 7.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
Said that he means page number 7. Right now we're on page number 9. This is 8.
Yes, that's what I mean. Thank you.
And this
Okay.
is 9.
This is 7.
Yes, this is what I wrote down now.
Have you wrote down what you need to put on number 9?
No, that's where I am right now.
Stop drinking Pepsi. Drink water. So this is how you want to build this is how you want to build this. So on Monday, you want to have a CTA video. Again, you can just simply go to an Instagram profile where you can just simply take a screenshot of it. Then on Tuesday, you want to simply have just normal lifestyle, like going to a football game, going for a boat, going for a dinner with a team or by themselves, spending time with family, stuff like that. Then on Wednesday, you want to showcase client testimonial. Then on Thursday, you want, again, just normal lifestyle. And then on Friday, you want to have a face-to-face invitation, preferably, for example, for an open house, because most realtors are doing open houses in USA on the weekends. Nancy, you seem bored.
No,
This
I'm
is how it looks
listening.
like. This is how it looks like when, you know, someone does your work for you.
Is this like for social media? Is he doing social media posts or
Yeah, he's doing a mix of branding and lead generation.
okay?
Okay,
And then
got it.
slide number 11 or 10. 10, slide number 10. But I think in your case it's 11 if I'm not mistaken, but I may be absolutely wrong. This one. Do you see this? This one? Just find another post that you can replace your with latest listing, home sold, and simply video listing. Just a reel of someone showcasing a property that you can just take a screenshot of.
One question, should I use this by home sold and video listing from the same realtor or just every time somebody else?
You can do someone else. It doesn't really matter. As a matter of fact, Selena, I will recommend you removing the names here. Just put a black, like a line on it.
Okay.
Like here, 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 here. Yeah, just remove the names from everywhere.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, so just Celine, for you, fix ad campaigns and just remove the names from everywhere.
Okay.
So that's fine. Yeah. Patron, is your homework clear?
Yes, I have. If I'm able to repeat it again, and you please let me know if I wrote it down correctly. So the first one is slide 3, creative map of, for example, New York City that shows geo-targeting with my colors for my branding. Then slide number 7 was like page number 7. Find Insta profile from realtors. Use 3 statics and 3 videos. And change the logo from the right from the iPhone. Change post pictures to 6 pictures. And then on slide number 9, morning is a CTA video. Find the video Tuesday, normal lifestyle, Wednesday, client testimonial, Thursday, normal lifestyle, and Friday, face-to-face. At that point, as I also understood it, I have to find from other realtors and just like screenshot it and use it. Yes, okay. And slide number 11, like the same thing with latest listing, home sold, and video lasting.
Listing, not lasting, but yes.
Oh, listing. Yes. Okay. Perfect. Now I know what I have to do till tomorrow.
Wonderful. If you want to stay, stay. If you want to work on it, work on it. Nance, please share your presentation and sell it to me, or at least walk me through.
I have a few questions though.
Yes, Nance, what questions do you have?
So for like I'll show you. You see this screen?
Nance, do you have a MacBook?
Yeah.
Can you go to your settings for a second and do one thing for me?
Yeah.
If you go to your settings, go to trackpad and click on tap to click. because I can hear the click of every mouse click you're doing, and you can activate tap to click, so you don't need to physically click on your touchpad in order to like click on stuff. I currently don't see your settings because you're only showing Google Chrome with me.
But I thought I had that. Okay, wait, let me share my screen.
Oh, you have tap to click. Then can you please stop clicking on your
Oh, okay.
trackpad?
Oh, okay.
It's super loud.
Okay. Do you see the screen though?
I can currently see your settings.
Oh, okay.
You have not stopped clicking. That's okay. Yes.
Oh wait, I forgot. Okay. So for this one, would I change this like per niche?
No, because marketing agencies is a broad spectrum of basically the 5 niches that you're targeting.
Okay, so they're marketing agencies in those niches.
Like, for
Okay.
example, Celine is a marketing agency in real estate.
Yeah.
Fatum is a marketing agency in real estate.
Okay.
Then Alex, I don't know if you've met Alex. Alex is, for example, a marketing agency in financial planning.
Okay.
Matus, for example, a marketing agency in he wasn't solar, but now he's in real estate as well.
Right. Okay. And then I'm getting them leads, but it doesn't matter like what am I trying to say? Like what their service is, I guess. So like not all of them would be doing Facebook ads. So I would still get leads for like all of them though, right?
Yes, because it doesn't really matter what solution they have. It just simply depends if those people are going to need the solution or not.
Okay.
For example, there are marketing agencies who are only doing stuff with AI. There are marketing agencies who are only doing SEO. There are marketing agencies who are only doing Google ads. There are only marketing agencies that are doing Facebook ads. There are marketing agencies who are only doing LinkedIn. Like, there are marketing agencies who are only doing, for example, short form content, long form content.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
like your spectrum is very bright.
Yeah. Okay.
So that was one question. You said you have various different questions. What are the different questions?
No, I think the rest of this makes sense. Do I need to like say this like you did, like go over this?
You can. It just, I think, up to you, because at the same time, I think it depends who you speak to.
Okay.
It just, like, again, like this, the main purpose of this is so you can rather like show rather than tell, but at the same time, if you want to, you can paraphrase everything that's on the screen,
Yeah. Okay. And
because
then
you can also present it as these are our clients, like who do we work with, and then this is the definitions of things we will focus ourselves on. So, for example, the scheduled meeting, qualified lead, the problem identification, and also solution alignment. Does everything here seems clear to you, or would you want me to explain to you one of those 4 things?
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then okay, this one would just be the methods we would use. I think that's it. Oh, and then the numbers breakdown, I was confused on like I probably need to go back and study that, like what you were saying about how like the like higher the package deal, the better it would be for them, kind of.
Yeah, what was the name of it? What was the name of the
Economies of
phenomenon?
scale.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Yes, I'd be more than happy to just send you the recording of it. But at the same time, if you want to, you can just put a page in your presentation so you know that you will do it.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want me to go over it now?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Tell it
Um,
to me.
how do I start? Like, what do I say?
So the name of my company is Quantum Clients.
Okay. Okay, wait. Okay. So Ernest, thank you for joining me. Name.
No. At the point, like, okay, let me explain to you one thing before you do it.
Okay.
And Celine, stop smiling because like we will do the same thing with you. Wait a second. Oh my goodness, I think I lost it in my report. No. Wait a second. Wait, yes, here. Look at this. Do you see this?
Oh.
Can you see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the part that you're currently in of the sales call. Sales call is divided into 5 main stages. You have pre-frame, which is basically, Celine, I'm going to use it as an example. Hi, Celine, how are you doing?
I'm good.
How was your day today? Have you closed any deals?
My day was good. I did not close any. Actually, my day was bad. I didn't close any deals.
Yeah, fair enough. Look, Celine, how this call typically goes is I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions just to see where you are, where you want to go. And then on the basis that I'm going to have a feeling we can work with each other. I can either help you to get from position B to C, or I can just simply maximize the results that you're currently getting. I'll be more than happy to walk you through what is it I'm doing. Does that sound fair enough to you?
Mm-hmm.
Then this is the pre-frame. You have then discovery part of the call, which is just basically assessing the prospect situation. As example, so Celine, what type of listings are you working with? Normally, when it comes to, for example, realtors in Texas that we've worked with, I know that the listing range is somewhere in between from 500,000 to 1 million. So what range are you operating in?
250 to 500.
Okay, cool. And what current outreach methods are you using in order to acquire new clients?
Referrals, mostly.
Okay, so sphere of influence. Is there anything else that you're actively doing?
Not really.
Okay, so from the sphere of influence, how many leads are you dealing with on, let's say, monthly basis?
20.
Okay, is this something that changes every month, or is it 20 just quite literally every month?
Well, it changes depending on the season.
So is 20 like an average, or is it like just a good month showcase to me?
It's the average.
It's the average, okay. And of
I
those
have
20,
Go ahead.
And with those 20 leads, how many of those are you turning into closed deals?
15.
15, okay, fair enough. So how many deals were you able to close last year?
80.
Okay. So what was the goal for the last year?
80.
So what, okay. And what's the goal for this year?
100.
Your goal for this year is 100, and you're currently closing 15 per month.
That's the average. Sometimes we get 0.
Okay, and when you say we, what do you mean specifically by this? Are you a part of the team? Are you a team leader? Or like, just so I can understand your circumstances?
I'm part of a team.
Okay, so when you say we get 0, do you mean that the sphere of influence is bringing just leads for the whole team, or are those 20 exclusive to you?
To me.
Okay. And you have mentioned your average listing price is 250,000. Can you walk me through what the average take home on that is? Because I know that from other people that we have worked with, the average take home is somewhere in between from 3 to 6%. How does it look in your case?
3.5.
3.5. Okay. So just so I can confirm, last year you were able to make roughly 600,000 in revenue. Okay. So correct me if I'm wrong, but this year you're basically trying to make 800,000, more or less. So what's the plan? Because you have told me that currently the only source of leads that you have is sphere of influence, and some months it's 20, some months it's 0. So how are you planning to get to those 100 close deals this year? I'm just gonna stop it here before Celine explodes. But this is basically the discovery part of the call. And then you transition into the pitch, for example, by saying, look, so Celine, you told me thus far that you're basically in need of consistent lead source where you're actually going to get a consistent amount of leads coming every month. So the months where you get 0 leads coming in or 20 are not going to be as bad because yes, some months you said you're able to close 15 deals, but then there are other months where you're not able to make any money. So we obviously want to maximize the influx of people coming in. So whenever a good month happens, it just double the size. And whenever a bad month happens, you still have enough money to be able to pay for your team. So on the basis that, obviously, hypothetically speaking, because I'm about to show you what is that we are doing, but on the basis that we will be able to fix that issue for you, is this something you will want to move forward with in 2 years, 1 month, or today?
2 years.
Really? So you want to...
Wait, what?
You fucked up.
Wait, what did you say?
Normally people say today, but okay.
No, what did you say?
I said, so on the basis that we will be able to fix that issue for you, is this something you will want to move forward with in 2 years?
Oh, okay,
1
okay.
month, or today?
Okay, today. I thought you said like how long do I want?
Yeah,
like,
but
is
then,
that something I want for long or for short?
well, I would certainly hope you want it for long, but yes.
Yeah.
This is basically how you transition to the pitch, Nancy. Obviously, my example object is currently not thinking for herself, but this is how we transition to the pitch.
Okay.
So don't say by, hello, Celine. So today I'm gonna walk you through my presentation. So you can tell me to either go fuck myself or that I'm doing a great job.
Okay, I got it.
You just basically jump into it and be like, so the name of the company is blah, 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 blah. What we do is, fundamentally speaking, we work with only blah, 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 blah. We specialized only in working with those people because this is quite literally what we've been doing for years. And then you walk them through the whole presentation. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want me to be your prospect, or do you want Celine to play your prospect?
You can do it.
So Celine smiling. It was a very insecure smile. So please share your screen with us and show me.
Yeah.
I don't know, has changed colors. What the fuck? All my colors on my mirror look different.
Okay. So, Ernest, based off the last call, you told me you were looking to get.
No. It's not the last call. You're doing 1 call close.
But I thought
So
you said we already did the discovery call.
no, it's not the discovery call. It's discovery part of the call.
Oh.
You remember when I was setting up the calendar with you where it's 15 minutes, but on the basis that someone is going to be qualified in those 15 minutes, you have 45 minutes buffer time.
Yeah.
These are those 45 minutes buffer time.
Okay.
Because you're not closing in 2 deals, you're not closing in 3 calls, you're closing someone on the first call that you're on the call with.
Okay. So, am I like asking all the questions like you did?
Good question.
Like with Celine, like in the beginning?
No,
like...
no. You're currently in the pitch/presentation stage of the call. So you have already done pre-frame, you have already finished the discovery part of the call. Now you're walking someone through the presentation.
Yeah, okay. So I could start with like based off what you said, wanting 150 appointments this month, correct?
Sure.
Okay.
But if you're currently walking the person that you're doing.
What?
But you're currently, keep in mind that you're currently walking the prospect through what is it that you're doing.
Okay. So my agency is Quantum Clients, and I'll just take you through how we could help you, but we work with marketing agencies.
Wait, for a second. Can you just go into presenter view or just open a public view link? Just click on share. Click on share. Yeah, click on share. Click on public view link.
Where?
Down. Where it says live, it's the green button. Yeah. Now just copy this link.
Okay.
Uh, what? Click on the three dots. Yeah. What the fuck? Click on delete.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, yeah. And just open it in a new tab.
Okay.
Click on enter. Yep. And now go into full screen. Yeah. And now walk me through it. Now it looks more sexy.
Okay. Okay, so I'll just go through this based off how I think we could help you. But my agency is Quantum Clients, and so we work with marketing agencies, and as you know, of course, appointments are vital to your success. So we make that easy. Hold on.
Okay, first
Okay.
of all, M is not a word. Second of all, feel free to take a deep breath.
Okay. Okay.
Not the word. You don't need to make a noise when you think. It's absolutely fine to embrace the silence. Please try again.
Our clients are marketing agencies, and we work with you all to consistently keep a steady flow of appointments because, as you know, that's vital. And so,
And so,
I'm just trying to figure out how to transition to this.
okay, go back to the other slide.
Okay.
If it make you know that you can click on the screen, you don't need to click on the arrows. Yeah. If it makes it easier for you, try to go like this. Look, fundamentally speaking, the name of the agency is Quantum Clients. Not that important. What's important is who you work with. Then you move to the next slide, which is this one. Fundamentally speaking, what we work with, or who, no, go back. I was basing it based on the first slide. Yeah. Fundamentally speaking, who we work, bye-bye, Fatlu. Fundamentally speaking, who we work with is marketing agencies. The only people we work with are marketing agencies. And let me put it to a perspective I'm pretty confident in saying you will understand. Your business is like a body. Am I correct to say that? It needs, blood, it needs oxygen, it needs your organs. So do we both agree when I say that in order for your business to basically stay alive, you need appointments because it's basically like a vital organ, or more or less basically a blood carrying the oxygen to vital organs, which is your company. So this is quite literally what we will do for your business. We will assure ourselves that the appointments, which is basically like a circulation system, will help your business, which is your body, to keep all the vital organs alive by just assuring ourselves that you will have a steady influx of appointments coming to your business. Now, let me walk you through some definitions just so we are on the same page.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, are you familiar with the four definitions that are currently on the screen, which is scheduled meeting, qualified lead, problem identification, solution alignment?
Yes.
Cool. Nonetheless, I'm just going to walk you through specific definitions just so we are on the same page, okay? Because you can say yes, but maybe you know it under a different definition. Scheduled meeting, pretty self-explanatory. It's just simply a pre-arranged meeting at a specific time and date. I would not doubt that you don't know that you know it. Qualified lead, that obviously varies from many different points of view due to the fact that what I mean by this definition is that qualified leads are going to be the leads that we're going to bring to your business. When it comes to quality, it is obviously a different definition because this is something we will agree on. What quality are you looking for? What is the right fit? What is the wrong fit for your business? So me and my team can assure ourselves that these are going to be the appointments you're going to get, that we can actually both call qualified from our ends. Then problem identification, fundamentally speaking, the qualified leads that I have just discussed with you, We will also assure ourselves that part of the qualification is, for example, the specific problems or needs that they have that will align with the solutions you are providing and that your business is able to solve. So we can then go into the solution alignment, which basically will mean, or basically the product or the service that you're doing is going to directly address the problem and the needs of the previously mentioned qualified leads. Are we both on the same page now?
Yes.
Wonderful. Now moving forward, then you switch the... You have mentioned to me in the discovery phase, you're currently only using one outreach method, which is email, correct?
Yeah.
Wonderful. These are all the outreach methods we will utilize. Believe it or not, we specialize ourselves in 5 different niches. Again, huh?
Someone calling. My bad, my bad.
I was in the flow.
I'm
No,
sorry.
that's fine. So Nancy, you have mentioned to me at the beginning of the call that the current outreach method you're using is only one, which is email, correct?
Yes.
Look, these are all the outreach methods that we're gonna utilize, which is LinkedIn, Instagram, WhatsApp, email, iMessages, and also Twitter. You may also know it as X. So believe it or not, as I told you, we are focused only on working with marketing agencies. And fundamentally speaking, we simply, we are specialized in 5 different niches. So we have already figured out what outreach methods are working best for your niche and what outreach methods should never be touched in your niche, simply because of either price effectiveness or simply because of the response rate. So what we will do is pick 3 to 5 best working outreach methods that are working in your niche, just to assure ourselves that we're going to have enough people that we can then filter out because of the qualification process.
Okay.
Move to the next step. Obviously, you can also tell us what preferences you will have in terms of the outreach methods, but let's be realistic. If I'm going to see, hey, this outreach method is absolutely not working for your niche, I'm going to be straightforward with you and tell you, hey, this will not work. I'll be more than happy to test it for you, but nonetheless, I will just prefer to give you my honest recommendation, just simply based on my experience. So as an example, we will say, hey, we're just gonna do it with 3 different outreach methods. We will, let's say, focus ourselves on follow-up through SMS, follow-up through LinkedIn, and follow-up through email, just to assure the quality of people we're gonna bring to you. So now let me ask you this. Can you remind me what your max capacity was in terms of how many appointments you can handle on a monthly basis?
200.
Okay, and can you remind me how many appointments you are getting on monthly basis thus far? Take into consideration, you have mentioned to me you are definitely not at your max capacity yet.
100.
Okay. Now, are you familiar with the phenomena that is called economy of scaling?
Yes.
Okay, then let me just walk you through economies of scaling in accordance to appointments. And then you move to the 6th slide. So since you're familiar with economies of scaling, I will trust you that it makes sense in your head that if we're going to focus ourselves on, for example, going for more appointments, obviously the cost per appointment is going to be lower, correct?
Yeah.
So if, hypothetically speaking, let's say your max capacity is 200, you're currently getting 100, wonderful. So you are 100 more to go in order to reach your max capacity.
Mm-hmm.
Would also be possible for you to hire out in order to actually be able to handle more appointments. Like what I'm trying to understand is if, for example, it will make more sense also budget-wise and also because of economies of scaling-wise, so basically cost per appointment-wise, if we will go, for example, for 200 appointments, will this absolutely break your system to the point where you're not going to be able to do anything with your clients? Or is there a chance that you're also going to be able to hire certain things out in your business in order to be able to handle more people?
Higher.
Okay, because can you actually remind me of your closing rate? Was it 10%, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And can you remind me of your average close price?
like 3,000.
Okay. So hypothetically speaking, obviously, like I've still not asked for your budget. You can obviously tell me, hey, I just want to go with 10 appointments, but I just want you to be on the same page with me. If we will go for 200 appointments, yes,
Mm-hmm.
and you see your closing rate is at 10%, it will mean that you have closed 20 people, correct?
Correct.
Your average closing price is 3,000. Do you know how much you will make with those 20 closes?
Um, 60,000.
Yes. So now let me ask you this. If we will go for 200, which will bring you, realistically speaking, 60,000, is this going to be enough money for you to be happy with yourself, happy with the service, but also so you can hire out, so you can, for example, handle more appointments?
Yes.
Cool. Then would you prefer to tell me what number of appointments you are interested in, like obviously what your budget is, or should I give you my personal just recommendation based on your circumstances?
A recommendation.
If I'm being honest, my recommendation will be 350. Do you know why?
Why?
Because then you can hire out sooner. So you can scale sooner.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question.
Yes.
So 200 appointments for 5,000, you said?
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out how does that make it 33 per appointment? Wouldn't it be like 25? I'm just confused. I'm trying to do the math, but
Oh, it will be 6,666. Wait, what? Wait a
no,
second.
yeah, because it would be 6. So that means this one is 25, wouldn't it? $25 per appointment for 200 appointments for 5,000. Not 33 per appointment.
But I just realized what you mean. Wait a second. I'm even more confused right now.
Because I'm pretty sure that's like if you do the math, then that would be 25. 25
100,
times 2 is 50,
yeah.
which the two zeros.
10 times 100, that's 1,000 years. 25 times 80, that's 2,000 years. 50 times 70, that's 3.5 years. What the fuck did I do there?
And then 25 times 200 is 5,000.
Yeah. Nance, can you change that, please?
Yeah.
You just go to your presentation and change 25 per appointment.
Yeah.
I think I was thinking about a different number there. Yeah, 25. No, you don't need to copy that. You can just go back to that one and just refresh the page.
Okay.
It's right there. I don't know what you're clicking on.
No, I'm trying
It's,
to move far the bars.
oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Does it make more sense?
Yeah, I think I need to just practice this part. I'm still trying to like doing all the.
Honestly, this is the easiest part because it's just calculation.
Okay.
It's just explaining economies of scaling and just calculating what's possible from the person's side that you're speaking with, and either just making a personal recommendation based on the fact that you have did discovery very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, do you want to try one more time and then we're gonna end it here?
Yeah.
Do you want to set into be your prospect or would you prefer me?
You can do it. Okay. So, Ernest, I'll just go through kind of what we do at my agency based off everything you said and how we could possibly help you. Is that cool with you? I say too much.
Yes, is not a word. Please remove it from your dictionary.
Okay. Is
No,
that
the only reason why you say is because you think. But whenever you think, there is no reason for you to make a noise.
Right. Okay. So our clients, we work with marketing agencies and we help provide a steady flow of appointments because, as you know, if there is no appointments, you won't have an agency. So we like to think of it as the appointments are the, you know, organs that help, your agency survive. So that's our role. And
Not
okay,
the now we'll go into because it's more like a circulation that helps keep the organs alive, but sure, yeah.
okay. Do you know these definitions? Scheduled meeting, qualified lead, problem identification,
I'm
solution.
familiar with them, yeah.
Okay, so wait, I need to move the.
No, then you just say absolutely fine. Then I'm just gonna walk you through the definitions anyways, just so I can be sure that we're on the same page.
Yeah, I was just moving the image because, but okay. So I'll
Um,
just
is
walk you through
not a
them.
word.
Okay, I'll just
M
walk you.
and 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 are not the words.
Okay,
Yes.
so I'll just walk you through them just to make sure we're on the same page.
Yes.
So a scheduled meeting. I haven't read through these, so should I just like skip?
Yes. I literally told you while I'm speaking to Flatmore, go through your presentation so you can read through them.
I know I skipped this part though, because I thought you said it like you don't necessarily have to stay on this. I didn't think I'd have to like know all of them. I thought you just say,
No, you need to know them. It just depends how you want. Like you can present it by saying or even changing the slide to just visual preference of scheduled meeting, qualified lead, problem identification, solution alignment, or you just paraphrase what's on the screen, so people don't need to focus themselves that much on the definition of it.
okay, just skip it.
No, no, explain it to me.
Okay. Okay, wait.
I'm is not the
Okay.
word.
Okay. So scheduled meeting, I don't know what to say for that though. Like
What
qualified.
is what is a scheduled meeting? Literally just say that. What do you think is a scheduled meeting? Like you don't have to read the definition because the definition is kind of like you can just say what a scheduled meeting is. Like you and I know it, so just kind of
Yeah, but my
You-
point is like why like do I just randomly say, okay, so a scheduled meeting is like what's the
No, okay, you can literally, when you get to this slide, just be like, Celine, I think you seem like a smart individual. You're familiar with all of those definitions, correct? Can you answer me?
oh yeah. I thought you were just giving yeah.
No. Okay, nonetheless, I just want to walk you through the definitions just so we are on the same page because obviously the definition you're familiar with may be a little bit different than mine. So scheduled meeting, self-explanatory, it's just simply a meeting that is arranged at a specific time and date in your Google Calendar as an example. Then qualified lead, this is where the definitions may be different because what qualified lead means for you is a different qualified lead that means for me. And then you just walk them, for example, on as an example, let's say you have told me at the beginning of the call you're working only with MedSpas, correct? You
yeah.
also told me that you want to sell more Botox treatments. So as an example, in your case, we will assure ourselves that qualified lead means this person is interested in the Botox treatment, wants to make the treatment, let's say, in the same week that we have contacted them in. Then obviously problem identification, which means that the lead that we're going to bring to you are going to have a specific problem or a specific need that aligns with what is that you're doing. As an example, this person wants a Botox treatment and also hydrofacial as an example, which we both, as a matter of fact, that it aligns with the solution because your med spa is able to give them the Botox treatment and also give them the hydrofacial. So are we now on the same page?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so Ernest, I know you probably know what a scheduled meeting is, but I'll just take you through these definitions just to be sure. But a scheduled meeting, so actually I want to say I think it would make more sense to say like this is what our agency like works around maybe. So these are the four things I guess you need to know. So a scheduled meeting, I'm gonna skip that one and I'll come back to it. But a qualified lead, we make sure we bring you a qualified lead. So we can work together to define what that is for you, but it is based around things such as budget, authority, need, and timeline to make a purchasing decision. And we also make sure the lead has a specific problem that aligns with the solutions you offer. We don't want to bring you a lead that doesn't align with what you can offer. We also want to make sure the solution aligns. So,
You're mentioning solution alignment twice now.
yeah,
I would have ended it by saying, because the last thing we want to do is bring you time wasters.
okay. So,
Yeah, as simple as that.
okay. So the last thing we would want to do is bring you time wasters. Okay.
Do you want to try again?
Yeah. So, Ernest, do you know these four definitions? Scheduled meeting, qualified lead, problem identification, solution alignment.
Although, yeah.
Okay. So I'll just take you through them to make sure we're both on the same page. But for qualified lead, we'll start with that one. I'm sure you already know what a qualified lead is, but we'll work together, my agency, and your agency.
No, just say me and my team are gonna focus ourselves that it aligns with your agency qualifications.
Okay. So me and my team will focus on bringing you leads that align with your agency and your qualifications. These are things such as budget, authority, need, and timeline. We also want to identify the problem, so we'll bring you leads that have a problem that aligns with your agency. And
That aligns with the solutions your agency can provide.
yeah, so we'll bring you leads that align with the solutions your agency can provide to make sure you're not getting time wasters. But solution alignment, is that not kind of the same as problem identification?
Oh.
Okay.
Because you have solution alignment, which means that, for
Oh, I
example,
get
Celine is able to solve problems that someone may have.
yeah,
And problem identification is, for example, for me as the middleman to identify that you have a problem that Celine can solve.
right. Okay.
Yes.
The lead okay, I get it. So the lead has the problem, the business has the solution.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm glad. After 2 hours, we are on the same page.
Okay. Okay. Should I
If you
start?
want to say something to the scheduled meeting, just say, Luke, scheduled meeting, super self-explanatory. Do you use Google Calendar or Calendly? Calendly, cool. Then just gonna be a scheduled meeting at a specific time and date in your Calendly.
Okay. Would we book them into their calendar?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll start over. Ernest, are you familiar with these four definitions? Scheduled meeting, qualified lead, problem identification, solution alignment?
I dropped out of high school, but I'm pretty confident in saying that I am, yes.
Okay, perfect. I'll just take you through them just to make sure we're on the same page. But scheduled meeting, self-explanatory. But at my agency, we will schedule the meeting. So we'll book them into your calendar. Qualified lead, we will bring you qualified leads, not just, tire kickers. We'll make sure they align with the people you were trying to work with based off things such as budget, authority, need, timeline. And problem identification, we will also make sure the lead actually has a problem that you can solve. And we will, well, solution alignment.
We just will assure ourselves that the leads that we're gonna bring to you are gonna have the problems that your agency is capable of solving, because the last thing we want to do is just bring you time wasters.
Right. Okay. And for solution alignment, we will just make sure the lead has the problems that you can solve. So it we don't yeah. So the
You don't need
last
to mention like you don't need to mention that after what I said.
okay.
Because again, this slide is for them to read so they can see rather than you telling, but at the same time you can paraphrase what's on the screen. Because the most people are capable of reading while speaking to you.
Right. Okay. So is this good with you? Everything makes sense?
See,
Okay. So these are our methods. Are you familiar with these 6 platforms?
yeah, but what is this bird?
This is Twitter. As you might know X now.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So do you use any of these specific outreach methods at your agency?
Use Instagram.
Okay. So we actually use all 6, depending on, we might tweak it depending on which one works better, but we have should I say like we have the knowledge of what works best, or like what else should I
Yes,
say?
you just have the expertise of what works best.
Okay. So we have the expertise of what works best, so we can take into consideration all of these and make the most of all of these platforms. And so what outreach method do you use currently?
Instagram, as I said 15 seconds ago.
Okay. So what do I say here? Like,
Okay, do you know what FU stands for? It's not fuck you. I like how you burst out laughing, Celine, and you have not muted yourself. FU stands for follow-up.
okay.
So
Okay.
follow-up number 1, follow-up number 2, follow-up number 3. That's why you have messages are sent for follow-up via email, via LinkedIn, via SMS.
Okay. So I talk about follow-up here.
Yes, or you can simply say, how often, you told me in the discovery phase of the call, or you at the beginning of the call, that you're also struggling with no-show rate, correct?
Yeah.
So here's a beautiful example of not only how none of the leads we're gonna interact with are gonna get lost, but also how we can increase your show-up rate due to the fact that we are gonna integrate at least 1 to 3 different follow-up methods, which for example are SMS, then LinkedIn, and then email, where all the messages for follow-up are gonna be sent through those 3 different variations or through different ways.
Oh, okay, this is follow-up. Okay. So, Ernest, currently what follow-up are you using at your agency?
I use Calendly follow-up. I think it sends email if I'm not mistaken.
How is that working out, Calendly?
Well, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. My no-show rate is currently at 80%.
Okay. So, what I would suggest, and this is what we do at my agency, we take into consideration all 3 because, different people might be on different platforms. So, we use SMS, LinkedIn, email, etc., and that's how we can improve your response rate. Would I say something like that?
Not response rate. This is only about, you can utilize this for no show-up rate or show rate. It
Okay.
has nothing to do with response rate.
Okay.
Well, you can combine it to a response rate, or for example, explain why your outreach is gonna work better than their outreach.
Right.
Just the direction you want to go to. It also, fun enough, I would say it depends also on what is gonna be discussed in the discovery phase.
Okay.
Someone is gonna tell you they're struggling with no-show rate. I will keep that in mind and go here into a direction of how this can improve their show-up rate. Or if they're gonna say that they're struggling with response rate when you're gonna ask them what outreach methods are they currently using. Because even if you don't know numbers, like you can just take their numbers and shit on them. And then you can just say, look, this is why your response rate is so low.
Okay. Okay.
In order for you to focus yourself on what's important in the business, which is bringing money to the business,
Right.
this is what you will do in order to maximize the response rate, in order to bring you as many leads as possible.
Yeah. Okay. So, Ernest, you mentioned you use Calendly for follow-up, correct?
See,
And that's it.
yeah.
Okay. So, at my agency, and this is, what we found is best, but you want to use multiple multiple channels, and so we use SMS, LinkedIn, email, etc. And this is,
Not
can
the
be
etc. I'm talking sales code, please.
uh,
Etc. is also just something you can erase from your dictionary.
okay. So we use SMS, LinkedIn, email, and this is wait, hold on. I'm gonna start over. Okay, Ernest, you said you use Calendly, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so at my agency, we use SMS, LinkedIn, and email, and this is because, as you know, I'm sure you know this already, but different people are on different platforms, and so it's important to use a combination. And
And then you were on a good way, and then you stopped.
I know I'm overthinking it.
Yes, that's why you're making noises because you think I know. That's why I tell you to stop making those noises.
Yeah. I feel like it'd be easier though once I knew about your business because I can tailor what I'm trying to say. But right now I'm just trying to just like say stuff that sounds good.
That's wonderful, but then this is your advantage because I'm not limiting you to my business.
True. Okay.
You need to understand that's your advantage in role play because I'm not limiting you to what I told you.
Right.
You can quite literally say something that you may have or may have not discovered. I'm just gonna agree because, I never told you that.
Right. Right. Okay. Okay. So Ernest, I know you're using Calendly at your agency, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So I would say, and this is what we do at my agency, but it's really important to use, multiple channels because different people respond to different channels. And at
Mhm.
my agency, we use SMS, LinkedIn, email, and that is to ensure that the no show rate is as good as it can be. And
No show rate as good as it can be.
oh wait, oh wait,
Okay,
wait, wait.
it's the show up rate as good
Show up
as it
rate,
can be.
show up rate, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, the show up rate is as good as it can be, and if when you're trying to run your agency, you don't have time to be messaging people on three different channels, and so that's where we take over. And it's not, yeah, I should have left it at that. And then do I just transition to the pricing?
If you want, you can just stop there for a second and just ask them, for example, can you remind me what your max capacity was?
Okay. Okay. So, okay, Ernest, can you remind me what your max capacity is at your agency
Only with myself or with the whole team?
with the whole team?
I think 360 appointments will be the max.
Okay. And what are you at currently?
80.
80. Okay. So, and then I don't remember how you do the whole like economies of scale thing.
Try.
Okay. Uh, so do you want my personal recommendation as far as what would be best or
Okay, in case you don't know what to ask here, just be like, no, you can either be like, look, are you familiar with the phenomenon called economies of scaling? Either that, and then you can go in the direction of explaining why there is a benefit of going for more appointments or utilizing the information you have. Look, you told me your max capacity is 350 or 380, and you're currently at 80 appointments.
Mhm.
Now, let me ask you this. Are you familiar with economies of scaling?
Okay.
Because fundamentally speaking, what economies of scaling means is wherever there is more production, the cost per product can be lower. So in your case, when you say max capacity is 380, I will not even put you at the max capacity yet because your team has never experienced it. But what I will do is actually go for example, 200 appointments where we can lower the cost per appointment, which will mean that your profit is going to be higher. And can you also remind me of the closing rate of your team?
10%.
10%, cool. And if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, when we were discussing how much you're charging your clients, that was roughly 5,000, correct?
Correct.
So realistically speaking, not only if we go for 200 appointments, obviously we will not put your team at max capacity where everything will break, but we will put it at a, I would say, a comfortable, uncomfortable position where they will have enough work to do, but also without breaking. Then you say your closing rate is at 10%, cool. 200, sorry, 10% of 200 is 20. Cool. With 20 deals, you will be able to generate what? 100,000? Am I correct to say that?
Mhm.
And then for those 100,000, you have only spent 5K. I think that sounds like a pretty good deal. Am I correct to say that?
Yes.
Now, let me ask you this. Would you prefer to actually go for 300, where I'd be more than happy to just recalculate with you what the cost per appointment can be in that case? Or should we just go with a safe 200, where your team is not going to break, not going to hate you, but they will have a solid work to do, where more or less, based on your numbers, and again, these are the worst numbers, we can get you to 100,000.
200.
Cool. Do you have any further questions?
No.
Cool. Then let me just send you an invoice. Then we just discuss real quickly what the qualification will be. And then I'd be more than happy to have an onboarding with you tomorrow. Does that work for you?
Yeah.
As simple as that.
Okay. Okay. So, okay. So,
Yeah.
hold on.
Just take a deep breath.
Yeah. Okay. So what is your current capacity at your agency?
Oh, like 350?
350? Okay. And what are you doing now currently?
Oh, do you mean like in terms of how much money I can make, or do you mean in terms of sales? Like, you want to specify that question?
Okay. So what are you doing currently in terms of sales?
Financial wise or appointment wise?
Wait. In terms of appointments.
Well, currently we are, I think, getting monthly like 75.
75. Okay. And you want to be at 350? So
That would be max capacity, yes.
okay. Okay, so you want to be at max capacity?
Well, max capacity will probably break one or two things, but you know, I'm not really allergic towards money.
That's true. Okay. So do you want I'd be happy to give you my personal recommendation.
What will be the recommendation then?
So you want to be at 350, you're 80 now. I would say go for 200 and wait. Okay. I would recommend you go for 200 because
Because of what, huh?
wait,
You've not mentioned economy of scaling. You have not mentioned what I said, which is, for example, breaking systems.
okay.
Feel free to, when a prospect utilizes a word, to use the words against him, because whenever you're gonna use the same word, not only they're gonna feel listened, but they will also understand, okay, it actually applies to my situation.
Right. Okay. So I know you mentioned Ernest, you want to be at 350, correct? Appointments.
See,
But you also mentioned that would put you at max capacity, correct?
yes,
Okay. And would max capacity would that would
break
max
this.
would max capacity break your team
Don't say team. Fuck the team. System.
system? Okay. Would
Because
max
team can
capacity
be hired.
hmm?
Because team can be hired.
Okay.
It's about the system. Especially like if you go for higher numbers, the likelihood is gonna be that you're gonna speak with intellectual buyers. Like if you're gonna speak about 10 appointments, it's probably gonna be an emotional buyer. You can just pull off an ego thing. Like that's too much for you.
Right.
Like something in that like it depends on the scenario very much, but like you get my point. So it's about the system, it's not about the team. It's like I don't care about my team. I can just hire better people, more people.
Right. Okay. So, Ernest, I know you mentioned you want to go for 300 appointments currently, right?
That will put me at max capacity, yes.
Okay. And you're at 80 right now?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'll give you my personal recommendation, and if you're cool with that.
No, just
Just
no, that's a question to ask.
okay. Okay.
Well, look, do you have any specific number in your head that we should do calculations based off, independent if it's your financial wise or appointments wise, or should I just give you my personal recommendation based on your circumstances?
Okay. Okay. So, Ernest, I know you're at 350 appointments, right? Or I know you're at 80 appointments and you want to be at 350.
See,
Okay. And what would that do to your system? 350.
break it.
Okay. So, wait.
One. Do you want to take a break?
Yeah.
Shall we continue tomorrow?
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna work on it.
Yeah, over the weekend I will also send you the recordings so you can also review them.
Okay.
Celine, can you leave for a second because I wanted to discuss something with Nance, unless you have questions.
Oh, no. All right.